welcome to today's session on building a website live with Vibe. So before I start, I just want to check if you're able to hear me, and see my slide. Give me some emoji. That'd be fabulous. Great, thank you. Thank you for the emoji. Once again, welcome. Now, my name is Lily, your presenter for today, and I also have Andrew with me as my co-host who will be helping me with questions. Now, as usual, before we start, we like to do some housekeeping. All right. So this session, don't worry, it will be recorded. You can always go back to our link where Andrew will be flashing for you to watch the replay if today you like to, relook into some of the steps I've shown, all right, through the replay. And similarly, all right, we will be having our question and answer at the end of today's session. So please use the question and answer tab or chat, all right, to leave your message, and Andrew will flash up for me at the end of today's session. Fabulous. Now, before we go into building a live website together using Vibe, I would like to run a poll. Okay, so I will have Andrew to flash the poll, right? And we'll see how many of you have used Vibe to build a website or a landing page. Yep, if you can put in your answer, yes, no, or you're new to Vibe. Andrew, you want to show the poll? Yep, great. Fabulous. So these are some of the response we have received. Wow, Michael, I see that you're killing it with 4 websites with it. Fabulous. All right, so going back to our poll result, we have a good half of you, or more than half, that has already used Vibe to build your website. Fabulous. So I'm speaking to a group of experienced Viper, okay? And we have some that's no, and likewise, we have some who are new to Vibe. Once again, welcome. Okay, thank you once again. So you give me a gauge on, who has used Vibe or not before. Now, for the benefits of all our partners, be it some of you who are new to Vibe, new to Vendasta, or similarly for some who are watching this as a replay, I'm going to show you how you can access Vibe and similarly show you where you can find the product page of Vibe. Okay, now allow me to share my second screen. Okay. All right, so I am in a demo account, multimedia. Now, for you to find Vibe, right, as a product page, we can go into Marketplace, where you can see here, and we're going to discover product. So I would like to use this search bar at the top, so I'll put in Vibe, and you're able to access Vibe product page from here. So very quickly, you can see this is the Vibe product page. Definitely encourage you to come into the Vibe product page to understand more about Vibe, right, before you sell it to your clients. Now, read through the Vibe, right? You have a lot of details. You have video for you, right, to let you understand how you use Vibe, etc. And like similarly on the product page, you're able to see we have 3 editions of Vibe. We have the free version. So all of you, right, are given a free version that you can activate and use Vibe to play with it, right? To get experience. And every day you're given 250 credits per day, refresh daily. Now, of course, for some of you who are serious using Vibe to build landing page, estimator, or website, for example, right, you can then consider to upgrade to the standard or the professional version of Vibe. Okay, all of it comes with credits, 10,000 for standard, professional 25,000 per month. And of course, for the standard version and above, you are able to bring in your own custom domain, right? Rather than using the default domain that we have. And likewise, under the professional version, you are able to download the project, host it outside of Vendasta. Okay, so this is just an overview on how you can access the product page. After the session, feel free to come back to the product page to understand more about Vibe. Okay, so having seen Vibe itself, you may ask me, hey, how much do you sell me as a partner? You can always go up to addition and pricing, click on that. You're able to see in terms of the wholesale price, the Vendasta will be charging you for when you activate this product for your clients. Okay, cool. Now, Last thing on the product page, if you're new to Vibe, ensure you have clicked on Start Selling. Once you click on Start Selling, you'll turn gray, as you see here, Selling. It means currently Vibe is now available on your online store, whereby you can start activating for yourself or even for your clients. Okay, having to do that, let's go into an account to activate Vibe. Now, let me go into an account. Take for example, manage account. Say I have Chowden as my ice cream shop. Okay, and we're going to the product page. I will order Vibe from here. Add item. You have Vibe here. So as I mentioned, you have 3 editions, free, standard, pro. Today I'm going to order pro for Chowden ice cream. And I'm going to click on select. Once I'm done with that, I will process the order. Oh, what did I miss? Okay, I have pro here. Let's do that again. I'll skip payment for now since it's a demo. And I'm going to order the product. Okay, so you can see product activation is initiated. So for some of you who are new to Vibe, same thing. When you want to order the free Vibe, do what I did earlier, but select the free version, all right, just to test the Vibe up. So once we did that, we can go back to the account page, all right. There, voila, you're able to see Vibe Beta Pro has been activated. That's how simple it is for you to order Vibe for yourself or for your clients. Now, with that, we want to go into Business App to access Vibe. Okay, so we are in Chowden Ice Cream Business App. To access Vibe, we just need to go into AI, click on Vibe. Right? With Vibe itself, I have used this as my demo page. You're able to see some of the project that I have done before. But for us today, we're going to build a live ice cream website together. Right? As those who have attended last week's session, I say I'm going to build something that's summer. Right? So ice cream is a good time to cool us down. All right. So we're going to, what we can do now is to click on create a new app. Right? You can build from scratch, you can browse on template or from an archive, means from your previous, in terms of project, to upload the project in terms of URL, we can build from there. Else, for today, we're going to build live from scratch. So for example, we're going to have an app name. We're going to have a new ice cream store in Saskatoon that we're going to operate together. So we have Milky Way YXE. So YXE is the 3-digit code of Saskatoon Airport. Okay, and then we have the description. We're going to say website for new, ice cream store. All right, and we're going to create now. Cool. So there you go. That will become your project page where you can start building Vibe. Now, just a very quick run through. Vibe is a app, all right, app builder that you can easily use prompt. Right? You can either use a voice prompt where you can see the mic is, or you can type in the prompt as a chat. That's where you kickstart the project, where Vibe will build accordingly to what you want Vibe to do. Now, so for a start, we're going to build, as I mentioned, a new website for an ice cream. What you can see at the bottom here, there are 3 options for you. You can use as, plan, or build. As will be like, for example, you want to have some brainstorming or discuss a format with Vibe. That's where you can use as feature. Okay. Else, if you already have in mind what you want to build, you can go directly straight to build. So once you put in the prompt, Vibe will then directly build the website accordingly without asking you for approval. If you want to have some control, you can always plan. Like for example, we can do it now. You're able to see how Vibe is going to plan out the project for you and ask you for approval before we move on to the build mode. Okay, so these are 3 options that you can use. Say for example, as I said, we're going to create a website. So we want to give clear description of what you want Vibe to do, not so much of what or how you want to build. Tell it what you want to achieve. Okay, so we'll say create, say a 3-page, like for example, website for a new ice cream store in Saskatoon. All right. Call Milky YXE. Okay, Saskatoon. Okay. And we want to give it further, say have have a marketing landing page, have a marketing page, right? With hero, like for example, has ice cream menu and soft serve. I love soft serve. I'm not sure about you. Soft serve as menu and a contact form, like for example. Okay, for catering. All right, so that's what I want Vibe to do for me. All right, so lastly, I'll say use a fun and summer theme. Okay, so that's a short description of what I want. I will then click on plan. Okay, and go. So in the meantime, we have sent the instruction as a chat to the Vibe to build us a website based on the criteria or based on what I want Vibe to include. Okay, so we'll just take some time for Vibe to think through. You can see what Vibe is doing. Right? You can see they're preparing the environment, they're thinking, and there you go. Voila, very fast or very quick because we are in the plan mode. Right, is awaiting for your approval. So what you can do is go through what Vibe has described based on my description earlier. They say, well, I'm going to create you a vibrant, playful, refreshing delight that capture joy and summer day in Saskatoon. Okay, so again, read through, and then in terms of the site architecture, is a 3-page. You have a home page, you have the menu page, you have the catering contact page. All right. So once I say, okay, it sounds good, I can then go ahead to approve the plan. So with that, Vibe is, you can see from here, is beginning to start the implementation of building our 3-page website. Okay, I think it's a bit small for you. Let me just enlarge it a bit bigger. Okay, so just give a couple of minutes so you can see they're applying the theme, reading the files, working upon it. Right, while it works, I just want to quickly also highlight a few other features for you. While it works, you can still type in your next prompt, but however, you will not be able to send through, right, until the first session or the objective has been made. Then you will see a play bar that you can submit your second prompt, right? In the meantime, for whatever reason that you may want Vibe to stop working on the prompt or the website, building a website, you can always click on the stop icon to stop Vibe from generating the website. Okay, so these are a few in terms of feature for you. Similarly, forgotten one thing, you have a plus sign here, which is allow you to add connector. Okay, so for example, like I mentioned earlier, I want the website to have a form, all right? A marketing form to capture context. And eventually with the context captured from the form, it will then be synced to my CRM. Ensure you click on form, okay? All right. Any of this other shared connector here is based on what you're building and can turn on accordingly. From here, basically what we have filled up earlier. So let's go back to our Vibe to see what he has done so far. Okay, still generating. You are validating a design. Okay, still generating. Well, I'll use this time to also tell you at the top, if today you have the Pro version that I have activated, you can see you are able to refresh it. You can download the project. All right, I'm going to show you shortly how you can do that. Okay, so voila, we have the first in terms of addition of the website. So we can do enlarge this. So you can see Milky Way. All right, and life is sweet in Saskatoon. So you pick up what I have prompted in the chat that this is a new ice cream place, right? We can just let's scroll down together. You see it talk about a taste of summer. You have the different ice cream, from the ice cream to soft serve to event catering, all right, addressing to some of the prompt that I have. Now, of course, the menu now currently you're able to see is all like Saskatoon Berry Dream. We have Vanilla Bean Classic. So they're all wordings now. So in my mind would be, it's look a bit dull. I would definitely want Vibe to include some in terms of images of ice cream to make it attractive to the eye. So that would be my second prompt that I'm going to give it to. So as you go through the first edition, you can pick up what you want Vibe to change or improve upon, right? And of course, it comes with the catering page, right, where you ask about the contact details. So good job, Vibe. You managed to basically capture all that I want. But now what we can do now is to make further adjustment, right? So we can go back to home. We can go back to minimize it. Right, we go back to the prompt here to make the changes. Take for example, let's say, okay, add images to, let me see the taste, okay, to all the menu item, okay, listed in a taste of summer. Okay, so we put in the prompt and we'll see what Vibe is going to create or what images they're going to attach to each of the ice cream or soft serve items that we have. Okay, while it built, I just want to put my attention to you. Is everyone follow me so far? Is it easy to build a website as what I've shown? You can give me some emoji that you're following me along. The Vibe is indeed very easy application to use. That'd be fabulous. Fabulous. Thank you for the thumbs up. Great. And thank you for following me along. Alrighty. So we can see, all right, because we are still in the plan mode, waiting for my approver again to replace the text emoji to images, custom images. So for example, we say, okay, all right, I'll approve upon it. And then Vibe will start implementing the images to our menu item, okay? Instead of all the emoji that we saw earlier, okay? Okay, it's working hard. Oops. Okay, completed. So let's see what Vibe has built for us. Okay, let's enlarge this. We're able to see, ooh, we have some ice cream, we have some images now. Now, the colorful scope of hard ice cream is not there. We can further improve it later. Okay, we have the soft serve tweets. We can definitely ask them to change that. So you can see they have added in, all right, in terms of images for that. Now, our menu is something else that we need to change, so we can add on in terms of images if you want, okay? Now, let's go swing down again, menu page, okay? So I will say I will use build this time instead of plan so that we can speed up the process itself, okay? So for example, please also add images, right? For all the items listed in hot ice cream and soft serve under the our menu page. Alrighty. Okay, hopefully this will speed up because I have changed the option to build, so they will immediately input the images rather than asking me for approval. Okay. Loading files. Okay. Now, in the meantime, as I mentioned earlier, if I expand this, I think some of the question that came in to say, hey, can I download the project? Yes, you can. You can basically click on this arrow, which is the download project icon. So that's where you can download. So once again, download is only available in the professional version, okay? Not the free or the standard version. Now, for publish, we are going to publish this later. I'm going to also show you under the standard and pro version, you're able to bring in your custom domain to override the default domain that we have, okay? All right. So these are some of the, in terms of features that you can use. All right. So what we can do now, let's look through the menu, see whether it, okay, slowly is loading in some of the picture. Okay. All right. For today purposes, because we're almost half of the time, in terms of showing you how you can build the website, how you can use the prompt to add in images like what you have done so far. There's a lot to do, all right, for this website itself. But as a whole, I hope this is a gist to show you how you can use Vibe to build the website, make the changes as you want. Okay, and also, Milky, you know what? One more thing, having a website, there's always a value to add on an AI chatbot. So if today, right, you're going to create a website for your clients, definitely advise you to recommend them to AI to add on an AI chatbot so that the chatbot can respond to questions that web visitor comes in, as well as to capture them as a lead for the Milky YC to respond to after. So if today you have purchased Conversation AI, for example, and we go into configuration page, we can just copy the chat widget. We can just click on JavaScript, copy, all right? Then we can go back to Vibe. I will minimize it. I will just say add AI chatbot to the website, for example, okay? Okay. And we press go. So in the meantime, the chatbot, or rather the Vibe, will then add in the AI chatbot that we had previously configured in the system itself, or rather in the partner center or business app. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Jeff. Yep. So I mentioned I have put in the in terms of the instruction to add AI chatbot to the website. Okay, there you go. So we enlarge it. So there you go. Very quickly. All right. Vibe has helped us to install or embed the AI chatbot into the website. Okay. All right. With that, take for example, the beauty of it, because it's all in one system, we can also use this as a test to tell forth or share forth with your partner to say, having the website, having an AI chatbot, and do a test by saying if someone responds or asks a question and give their name down, this will automatically, in terms of lead details, will then be saved into CRM in business app for your clients. So we can do a test now. Okay. So what service, take for example, you provide. I'm just hoping that they'll ask me for name and my contact details. We can then go over to conversation to see all this detail. All these details are all linked up together. Okay, so they'll tell you about all the ice creams that we have, because I already have my business profile in the Chowden ice cream. So you're able to pull all this detail together, so we do not start from a blank page. So it comes with knowledge of your store or business. Okay, so for example, for catering, say for example, soft serve. Okay. Okay, so for example, or the soft serve, and then, okay, I'm going to skip all this. I want to be contacted, for example. Okay. For example. Okay. All right. So I'll say Lily. Okay, so I'll put in my number 306, say 552 5678, for example. Okay, cool. So you can capture the details. And if today we jump over to conversation, all right, you're able to see the conversation that I've put in, even in the test environment, has been captured here. Right. Similarly, my details as a lead has already been captured, all right, in the CRM contact for your customer. So that's how seamless, everything is working into one place and helping you to seamlessly, present Vibe to your customer as a one platform. Okay, cool. So now with that, we'll just go back to Vibe. Alrighty, going back to Vibe. Okay. So we have Milky Way. That's where we were building earlier. Now, apart from this view, I just want to show you there's other elements of using the Vibe features that I do not want to miss out. So for example, you're able to see visual edits here. So what you can do is if, for example, today you want to make a tiny tweak to Milky Way in terms of color or the text, you can just click on visual edit, right? You're able to bring your cursor or highlight, say Milky Way. You can ask Vibe, put in a prompt to say change it to purple color, change it to some other thing, or change it to milky Saskatoon, for example. Just giving an example. That's how you can use the visual editor to edit instantly, right? Over the text or over the link if today you want to embed a URL onto the link itself. So that's, or similarly, you can use the Vibe version. Okay, so that's the visual editor that you can use. Now, with that, we are good. Okay. So the next thing, we have already showed that to finish off this project, for example, right? I know there's a lot of things to change because you need a lot more time to beautify the whole website, but I just want to show you some of the features will be in terms of project to customize it to have being SEO or even AEO optimized, as some of you asked during our previous in terms of session. We can always say, all right, create, have the website, for example, be SEO and AEO optimized, for example. So with that, they will start thinking, they'll be adding, like say, the metadata and all the sources or even Q&A, all right, to allow the AI to able to script it and to optimize your website accordingly. Because this is still in beta, so in terms of the official SEO optimization, will be coming along the roadmap. But in the meantime, we can always use the prompt to prompt it to optimize it for SEO, AEO purposes, okay? Okay, so you can see, all right, the plan now. How do you create an SEO component? How do you going to create the global metadata? How do you enhance the homepage with the index TXT? So this is all what Vibe is doing at the background to enhance the website. While we are waiting here, if some of you, just want a quick question would be, has any of you add in any SEO or AEO to your own website that you have built? Just like what I'm doing now. If you have, give me some thumbs up or say yes. right? Because some of us may not know there's such a feature. So definitely you can use this. Okay, fabulous. Some of you have done that before. So we have make the website SEO AEO optimize and with the following action. So you can always come in here to look at the plan, what's the plan created, and what are some of the files, all right, that has been input into the system by itself. Okay, so once it's optimized, all right, you're, say for example, you are good with this whole website that we have created. What you can do is next, we just want to enlarge this, as I mentioned, right? You can always download this if today you have the pro version. So you're able to download and have the file to be hosted outside of Vendasta if you want. Okay. Else, the next thing that you can do here under the icon here, you're able to see a refresh version or version history. Anytime that you may have make some changes and you decided, hey, that's not what I want, you can always restore back to the previous layout if you want. So that's where you can make your changes to restore accordingly. And the last bit, for creating the website, you want to publish the website. So what we can do is click on publish. Okay, so you're able to see your site address, right? With the pencil mark, you're always welcome to make some changes to the site address if you want. Like for example, I just want Milky YXC. So if today you only have the free version, all right, you will then have to use the site address as vendasta.ai here. Okay. Else, if any of you that has the standard or the professional version, you have the basically feature that you can add in your own domain. So that's where you can add in your own domain and have the site basically sync to your own domain, bearing your own domain. After you did the domain, you will ask you to verify some of the DNS record and verify it. Once you verify it, give it about 24 hours, you should sync through and you can then publish your site. So that's how easy, right? We have already done together using Vibe to create a 3-page website, right? To download the project and even add on a domain accordingly. Cool. All right. So, all right. So before we go into question and answer, okay, let me just go through my list to ensure I have show you all that I wanted to show you for. Yeah, the last thing I want to show you will be in the event. You're saying, hey, how much credit do I have left? All right, we can always go into administration, like for example. And then we can scroll down to, oh, where's my credit? Can you see? Credit, view your AI balance and usage. There you go. So this is how much you have used out of the 25,000 that I have just purchased the professional version for. So with this 3-page website, you can see we have taken about 600 credits to build this website. Okay, all right. So with that, the last bit that I want to highlight to you, going back to Vibe, will be in Vibe itself, for the standard as well as the professional version, the pro version, you are able to build more than one website. Pro version, unlimited. The standard will be up to 5. So you're able to see the list of all the projects, all right, or website, landing page, estimator that you may have built all in one page here. Now, if you do click on the configure page, take for example, for IC time, which is something I was just building on earlier, you can always come back here to edit, right, the name or description of the project if you want to. Similarly, you find that, hey, I no longer want this project. I want to delete this project off from my project list. You can just click on delete project. So with a safety feature, before you delete the project, after all that you have done, they always ask you to put in the project name. So you just have to type in, it's IC time, right? The original in terms of, project name that we have given, okay? So once you put in this correct project name, you then reflect a delete button here. That's where you can delete the project accordingly if today you do not want it anymore. Alrighty, so I would say this is what I have to share with you, all right, how you can use Vibe to build a website, and all the features they have gone through together during the session together. So now what we'll do is let's move into our question and answer time. Okay, let me just share this tab. Okay, all right, so it'll be Q&A time. So I will have Andrew to flash some of the questions for me. All right, so can you download the project and upload to another Vibe client about in Vendasta? Like I showed you earlier, yes, you can download the project, provided you have the Vibe Pro version.
Just one other note there, the download will be a static download. Any kind of forms or data that you've plugged in will have to be rebuilt in the new Vibe client before it will work the same way. So it's not going to be a completed project, but all the static things, images and text and the layout and all that will carry over.
Thank you, Nathan. Okay. Does we use token? At the moment, we are not using the tokens. It's still credits that you purchase, right, from the product page, or you can also add in credits. If today you have maximized the 10,000 credits or the 25,000 credits, you can always add on credits. I hope I'm answering to your question, Jim.
I think he's asking about ask mode, and I was curious about this too, so I did a little bit of digging. According to our resources, if you're in ask mode, it does not use credits. Credits are consumed only when you send a prompt that generates, edits, or builds with AI. That's according to our resources, and it's a good question because it's one that I didn't know the answer to. So very good question.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. So use the chat mode to converse, to discuss, brainstorm. No credits required until you ask the Vibe to create the website or the landing page for you or the project, okay? All right, Will, can you export Vibe created website and upload it onto existing WordPress hosted on Website Pro? Now, great question, because Vibe is not a WordPress built website, so therefore it will not be able to host on Website Pro, which is WordPress Pro, which is only for WordPress created or website or WordPress built website, sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, no, not for WordPress website hosting. Right, from Eric, can you request specific type fonts or change them at the later time? Yes, definitely. You can always build the full in terms of website and leave the, in terms of cosmetic, all right, or the font, the images, the font type, font size to a later part. You just have to give a prompt, all right? Give a specific prompt of what font you want, what's the font size, what's the color, take for example, but we're able to do it accordingly for you. So similarly, in another Vibe project that I did, also a test version for the ice cream store. Initially, the picture it was showing was a beach. But well, in Saskatoon, we are Perryland, so we do not have that. And I was asking Vibe to basically showcase it with a background that is Saskatchewan River. And they managed to overlay or overwrite that with a Saskatchewan River as the back end of the page, of the image rather. Okay, so you can always give specific prompt, they were able to do it for you. Okay. And just to talk on that, very quickly, I know the previous one that we built, because of the short time, I'm not able to maximize it. This is one of the tests Vibe that I did earlier, right? So I'm able to add in like a banner at the top to create a code, right? When somebody come between July to September to my new Milky Way YXC, so they can click on the code and have a summer 10. That's where they can present to the staff to get a 10%, take for example, right? So similarly, what we seen earlier, they only give you the items, right? Have another prompt that given to say, hey, please add in all the images for my manual. So that's where they add on. And then lastly, we're just talking about this picture. Initially, it was a sun and sea picture, but which we do not have in the Perry. So I say basically overwrite it with a Saskatchewan river. So that's what the Vibe have did to beautify it according to my prompt. So I thought to share with you, this is like a more presentable, finer outlook of a website that we can build. Okay, if you have more time. Thank you. All right. So going back to the question.
I've got time for 2 more questions here.
No more questions?
I uploaded it on the screen.
Okay, you have covered this when I was distracted. Are there e-commerce option? E-commerce option, I would say you still have to give Vibe the prompt, right? And also test out whether they can link out directly to any of the merchant. I have not tested it. I'm not sure any of my presenter or team member here can answer the question if we are able to add on the e-commerce option to the website. Else, we'll come back to you, okay? Yeah, they're able to probably create in terms of the content, but ultimately to link it, say for example, to Stripe or to any of the merchant, I have not tested it, but I will say, Eric, good question. We'll come back to you, okay? Okay, so we have the last question. Is there a way to connect AI blogger posts to Vibe site? So website, yeah. So if you have the blogger post, you maybe want to copy and paste and then put it into Vibe to say, hey, can you help me to say, is there a way to connect a post to Vibe site? Yeah, so copy and paste the post and then go into Vibe project itself and say, hey, with this created post, right, put into which page of your website to reflect the post. So you can always add on elements that's outside of what Vibe is building it for you for, right? There is also an element whereby you can even attach your own images apart from what Vibe has to create for you, okay? All right.
I just wanted to jump in. Hi, everyone. It's Rashida here. With respect to the AI blogger connecting to Vibe, currently not at this moment. The blogger does have a connection to WordPress hosted sites with Vendasta. Posting directly in a direct connection to Vibe is something the team is looking at. So hopefully in the not too distant future, we'll see that. For now, it would be a copy and paste over though.
Yeah, correct. Thank you for that, Rashida. Yeah, copy and paste, right? Because for AI blogger, like what Rashida said, is only for WordPress, right? Cool. Thank you so much, everybody. I do hope that through this short time together, we have learned something, how you can use Vibe or maximize Vibe. Now, before we go, I just want to highlight to you, July is a big month. What's next for you? We have another 3 more webinar that we hope you will have time to sign up for and not too late to sign up for. Okay, you see my screen? Okay, cool. All right, so join us for this Thursday on our sales and strategy session this Thursday, July the 23rd, for a session on the AI workforce pitch reset on selling outcomes, but not software. So this session will be moderated by our head of sales, Jeff Leibel, together with 2 other guest presenter from our marketing team, namely Deborah as well as Chris. So please sign up if you have not. And of course, we have Andrew that has already helped me to flash out the registration now link. So register now. All right. Now, moving on, next Tuesday, same time, same channel, AI Jumpstart, we'll have Nathan, who will be helping us to build or showcase how we can build a reporting dashboard live using Vibe. Similarly, please sign up for AI Jumpstart session if you have not. And last but not least, all right, full pack month itself, we also have the official launch event or webinar for Social AI Premium on July the 29th. So register it and you're able to meet and learn more about our AI social media, as well as AI blogger who will be replying or rather creating content creation on an autopilot mode. So come and join us for this time to learn more, as well as we want to see, a lot of you to join this session, because I can see a lot of questions that's on the social post or AI blogger. This is where you can find out what they can do for you. All right, so come back next week, similarly at the same time for AI Jumpstart. And last but not least, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you, everyone who is online too, who is watching the replay. I hope this session is beneficial for you, and definitely try out Vibe, especially you all have the free Vibe application. So thank you, everyone. Stay safe, stay calm, and enjoy the summer. Bye-bye.